Margie O'Brien. This is another Capital Spotlight, and we're having a great opportunity introducing you to our new lawmakers, like Julie Casimiro. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Margie. I'm happy to be here.
So we're in session maybe 3-4 weeks at this point. What are your first thoughts?
It's exciting and it's overwhelming. I want to get things done. I want to get things done quickly, but I'm learning quickly that doesn't happen quickly.
So you have to learn patience.
Patience. I have to learn patience, but it's very exciting and very overwhelming.
So this is your first time as a state rep, but you did run in 2014. How was that campaign different from the one that you ran just this past year?
In 2014, it was a very different campaign. It was pretty nasty. But this time in 2016, it was smooth sailing. I walked a lot more than I did in 2014. I did the vast majority of the district twice. Some parts of the district I did 3 times. So it was over 8,000 doors that I hit, and it was really nice to hear people talk about the issues and not the nastiness of campaigning.
And they did know the issues. What did you hear from them? What do they want to see happen in Rhode Island?
Legislative grants were a big concern. They really are tired of the corruption at the State House. Believe it or not, truck tolls didn't come up that much. I was up here for the vote on truck tolls, and I was here with all the truckers driving around the building and kind of protesting truck tolls. It didn't come up that much on the campaign trail. It was corruption, public corruption, and legislative grants. A lot. Oh, and tax relief for our seniors and our veterans. People are leaving Rhode Island at a really high rate, and they don't want to, but I think they need some type of tax relief to keep them here and to keep them spending money in Rhode Island.
So we've heard both from the Speaker and the Governor that those are issues they're looking at. Sort of they're on top of these things.
Right.
How can we help our retirees? Is it more incentives to stay?
I think it's more tax incentives. I will tell you that in my district there's a lot of veterans and a lot of seniors, and they just tell me that they're having trouble making ends meet. So if we can give them some tax relief, they'll stay, and they'll spend money here in Rhode Island.
And that's really the goal. They want to see their grandchildren grow up here.
They absolutely do. I heard from a constituent today who wants to stay here. He's got his family here, but he can't stay here unless we do something to help him.
So people are certainly looking for change. One of the things that has been a talker for a couple of months now is the UHIP project that was not rolled out sort of according to plan. With your background in family services, what's your take on this whole thing?
It's a nightmare. It really is. And I understand why this is costing the state so much money. It's outrageous, the amount of money we're spending and not getting anything in return. I spent 8 years in the child welfare world. This is impacting families in Rhode Island and the most vulnerable populations.
So what committees have you been on? I'm sure that this is what the idea is. They look at your background and they say, how can Julie make a difference?
Well, I'm on health, education, and welfare, which I'm delighted about because that does fit in with my nonprofit career, my world in social services. I'm also on Veterans Affairs. And like I said, I have a big number of constituents who are veterans in North Kingstown, and I hear from them quite regularly, and it's pretty exciting to be helping and serving them. So, yeah. And my nephew is at the Naval Academy, so he's going to be a veteran soon, too.
So besides the lesson of patience, what else do you think you need to work on to be productive this session?
I think coalition building is a big one. I am fortunate enough to sit next to Lydia Sakachi on the floor, and he is like the epitome of coalition building, so I'm going to just learn from him.
That's great. So when we see you guys talking on the floor, we know it's just all advice.
It's all advice, all advice. A couple of times we talk about our spin classes together, but mostly all advice.
All right, Julie Casimiro, thanks so much, and good luck for this session.
Thank you very much, Margie.
And that was another Capital Spotlight. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, everyone.